and we are live with the topic that we want to talk so much, and the topic is called when the airlines will start back recruiting. First and foremost, before we start talking and before I spread widely what I want to say, I need you to tell me, do you hear me well? And is the music at the background disturbing you? Because I've got my daughter right in front of me, being very entertained and enjoying herself. Hi, Aviation Twins. And I would like to know whether you guys can hear me. This is going to be a short video as I'm running out of time a bit. I still have my research to finish regarding the CV preparation. You can hear me well. Is the music disturbing you? The second question, if you can tell me, is it okay? Or and I'm sorry, I can't entertain requests to be in the live session because I have something to share and I don't have time. We hear you well and music is not too loud. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Dobro večer, Daria. Hi. Right, I'll get straight to the point in order to complete what I want to say. And I've been inspired a lot to go on the subject now, because you guys are asking me when the aviation will bounce back again, when they will call it. One of the very common questions that comes always in my inbox is when candidates are asking me, offer to be made, what does that mean? Now, if it's written offer to be made, that means offer can be made. I'm so sure, and I do believe that the airlines are using English language for communication that is effective, but when we're in a position to have a lot of emotions running inside us, we're kind of unable to see the bigger picture. And I can start from myself in this moment. How can I join? At this point in time, I'm not going to entertain these questions. Either you have an ability to stay until the end of this life, and the book Breakthrough is the Key to Wannabes. I'm sure you've read it. So can I ask you kindly to let me go into the point, or I switch off the comments, whatever you guys say, because I honestly don't have time. If you want a video how to prepare the best cabin crew CV, then you have to let me study on it and prepare it, right? So, but if we go into unnecessary discussions, I'm not gonna, of course, finish what I want to say. I might just switch off the comments. Whoever is ready to stay and listen when the aviation will bounce back or when the airlines will start recruiting back is more than welcome to stay. And the others who are looking for entertainment, for hi, hello, you want to be my friend, I want to be your friend, from very long time, actually not so from now on. I've stopped opening those messages because I work on Instagram. This is my work, and if I get the time to sit down and appreciate each and every message that I receive, I do believe that also sometimes I should keep a border in front of me, right, when it comes to this kind of situations. Before I start, YouTube channel, you all know that there is something that exists on this platform which is called YouTube and not my channel. Forget about my channel for this moment. Go on the YouTube and type in, please, when airlines will start recruiting again. Don't watch the first video, don't watch the second video. I don't know who are the guys and I don't believe in their credibility. Their personalities are amazing. Both of them, I've checked the videos and I love their presentation. However, the knowledge that they have shared is not something that wowed me. I'm sorry, everyone has their criteria. So they are very nice, very kind, but when it comes to knowledge, when the airlines will start recruiting again, they didn't convince me. So I'm not promoting them. But what I do find convincing is the third video. When airlines start hiring, what will happen to laid-off cabin crew flight attendants? This is the third video over here. Can you see it? Please, after you've watched this IGTV video, do sit down. It's 17 minutes. If it kept me from the first until the last minute of this video, then I'm very sure 99% of you that are watching this video will keep you as well, because it's factual. The video is simply based on nothing else but facts. Heads down to whoever made the video. Oh, it's Nidhi. Oh, hi Nidhi. Thanks a lot for making this video. By the way, it's really nice, huh? I'm just joking. This was just a joke. She's a dear friend, someone I collaborate, someone I get inspired, someone I learn from, and I think that I've talked a lot about her. Nevertheless, I'll never stop doing that. My all respect to every cabin crew consultant out there. And before I start speaking, I just want to share an important point over here. There are two types of cabin crew consultants, and now COVID-19 has made a distinction between those two cabin crew consultants. One of them is cabin crew consultants wannabe with not enough experience and knowledge, because it's not enough that you know the in-flight service. It's not enough that you know about the safety procedure. If you want to tell to people how to become a cabin crew, then you either need to learn that, to be certified coach, to have a degree in that, or you either have to be in the business for at least 10 to 15 years. Then that we can talk about it. But if you were a cabin crew for 2 to 3 years, then most probably you will be getting something like, when will airline start hiring? First of all, the second video has a topic which is not properly written. Airline, it's airlines, most probably it's a spelling mistake. However, I don't believe in the credibility of the first two videos, but I love the personalities, and that is something I definitely have to highlight. 2 points two things I always express in my live sessions and on Next Crew. Those are my honest. I'm always honest to whatever I see. I'm in general never ever in my life a double-faced person, and I can never pretend that if I don't like this book, I can never tell you buy it. It's because I first of all don't like it. How can I tell you to buy something that I don't like? And when I don't like something, I always have the guts to say, you know what, I don't like you. And I can always tell you I don't like you because 1, 2, and 3. Now when it comes to giving critics to the cabin crew consultant job, and this live session will go into something different, but this is just the beginning. I do believe that criticizing the work of people is something that would make us better. And if these two gentlemen accept my critic, then next day they might wake up and you might see them studying on Sheffield, or studying on Berkeley, or studying in some university, proving to me or to anyone else who have given them a critic that, hey, you know what, it's not what you said. I have a credibility and I will prove you that. Or they can make a video and they can bounce back to me and tell me I'm like this, I'm like that. So these are two things that they can do to prove me, or to not to prove me, or to fight me back. However, again, I'm gonna say their personalities is something that I like. I like the way they speak. They obviously have an airline experience. However, when it comes to credibility and knowledge, the third video is something that you're supposed to watch. Let's go to the topic, when the airlines or when aviation will bounce back and when they will start hiring again. A question that you guys sit down, and most probably many candidates are having their target list and they're sending this question at least to 10 people per day and waiting to get an answer. And you will never be a cabin crew with this attitude. Now more than ever. If I tell you you will never be a cabin crew, I'm responsibly stating, if you sit down behind the computer or behind your mobile phone without actually learning and researching, that is in fact something that Nidhi has very well explained in the third video on the YouTube platform that you're gonna find. Unless you sit down, warm that chair under you or that bed where you're gonna be sitting in, you will never be a cabin crew for any airline. Or you might be a cabin crew for some, I don't know, airline that you will most probably not be happy in. I'm not saying that every airline is the best. There are airlines where employees are happy and there are airlines where employees are not happy. So we have to agree on this. If I want to be a cabin crew for Emirates Airline, and I'm a member of that Emirates Forum wannabe, and I'm the first one to read, comment, and give this big comment on Instagram, from now on I will stop doing that, because I'm gonna have a plan, and I've talked about that plan a lot, but I'm gonna mention it once again. And that plan means I'm gonna open a notebook. I'll use this book, and then later I have a couple of books which I want to promote and share with you. It's not like I'm not getting any reverse money back if I promote it. I'm promoting to you books that I believe are good to be read and spend time, and that will help you grow the same way they help me grow. We talked about vocabulary a lot. You can't text me and tell me, ma'am, how can I make my vocabulary rich? It's like you're asking me, what should I do for my immune system? Obviously take vitamins for immune system, but if you want to make your vocabulary rich, then vocabulary means words. If Tolga is watching this video, and I'm sure he does, because Aviation Twins has actually put a comment out there, I'm encouraging him. He has a very strong tool and a tip that he does. And I've, in fact, been observing his English from a very, I wouldn't say basic English, but he was struggling because Turkish language has a very strong accent. It's a language that it's not easy to be learned. Let me share with you this. And he has a very strong tool how he's making his vocabulary rich on daily basis. So Tolga, can you please make a video on how do you work on your vocabulary, because we really want to see that. I can make it, it's not a problem, but I think that in this platform there is space for everyone to showcase their talents, and I'm empowering and encouraging you because I believe in glowing together, and your potential is something that people should see and get inspired and motivated for. So please, if you don't mind, make that video as soon as possible. I will be very happy. We're going to the part of you're going to sit down from tomorrow morning and you're going to take a notebook and you're going to write down, I want to work for Emirates Airlines, right? So when Emirates Airlines will start recruiting back again, and I'm going to start by the components of analyzing Emirates Airlines before COVID-19, and you can take Qatar Airways, Etihad Airways, Jet Airways at the moment are not operating, and there's a huge debate on the market whether they will start operating or not by people who have absolutely no clue about aviation, which is something really terrible. But yeah, social media is a platform where anyone can be present in. So I'm going to write down, I want to work for Emirates, for Qatar, or for Etihad, even all those airlines that you want to work. Indigo, I want to work for Indigo Airlines. And I'm going to write down the situation in Indigo Airlines before COVID-19. And I'm going to research how many destination airline had, what was the frequency of their flight, how many employees they had. Then on the other side, I'm going to write down how many cabin crew they have laid off, what are the destinations they fly at the moment, how many destinations they don't fly to now, what's their workload in general now, and what's the workload in general before COVID-19. How many people have been laid off, and where do I stand at the moment? Obviously, you're not standing before COVID-19. You're standing at the situation when COVID-19 is happening. And then on the other hand, I might take a parallel, or I might take something called analyzing the current situation on how do they progress. You cannot possibly expecting, I'm talking for myself, and perhaps I'll take Nidhi in the mouth and I will mention her because she's also someone who's in a constant process of education. She never stops her trainings and she never stops her learning process and learning experience. So in this case, maybe this question can be answered to you by people who have nothing to do and they sit down and analyze with you, which is great. Those are the cabin crew consultants wannabe, but I don't think that this is something that somebody should analyze for you. I think you should do that for yourself. Why? Because a ready answer will never keep you growing. Even on my previous IGTV, we spoke about it, breakthrough. Facts, things and situations that can help you shaping answers rather than ready answers that you will sound like a CD player when you will go for that open day assessment day. Then when you come to a point to observe that your airline is actually, that you want to work for, doesn't fly to the same amount of destinations as they used to before COVID-19 happened. They still have a huge amount of cabin crew being laid off. They're progressing slowly but surely, let's say. Then you might get your answer and say, see, perhaps there is still time. Perhaps I should be stopped bothering 100 people per day, sending them questions. What does it mean, offer to be made? Will they call me? When I read this question, I'm like, Inshallah. Yeah, Bismillah. They will call you. I really want 27 of you right now watching this live session to start thinking like leaders of your own life and your own destiny. And that means making a plan for yourself and getting the decisions and the answers by researching. I don't want my candidates and the people I'm interacting with every day to be sitting and getting ready answers. Rather than that, I want you to give me an answer. Tomorrow, perhaps when I wake up, I might see a message from Tolga. I'm very sure I'll get it from Tolga because he is someone dedicated to that learning process. If the day has 24 hours, he does it 48 hours. Don't ask me how. I strongly stand by that, because Aviation Twins is an amazing Instagram profile, and behind Aviation Twins there are two twins from Turkey, which are just amazing by all means in everything that they do. One of them is a flight attendant for Turkish Airlines, which is not a joke. If you want to be a cabin crew for Turkish Airlines, that's not a joke. So that's one of the things that I have. Oh, is there somebody coming? Quoi? Oh, sorry, that was my husband coming in, and I'm in front of this live session with lightning mirror. I didn't even see when he entered the room. I'm terribly sorry. That's why I asked, who is it? Anyway, we stopped by at the Aviation Twins, and now, as I have said, tomorrow I want to wake up and see messages from my candidates telling to me, Julia, I've done the research, and I have something to share with you. I checked that before COVID-19, Indigo flew for this to this destination. During COVID-19, they flew to this destination. This happened and stuff like that. Then, that's the time I will congratulate you and tell you, you know what, you actually have done something. Rather than just waiting for me and Nidhi, or two gentlemen in front of Nidhi, which are cabin crew consultants, wannabes, let's say, to give you a ready answer. And this is how we're going to know whether your preferred airline is going to be hiring or not. What do we do in the meantime? We're hungry for something called knowledge. And these books, I've all read them. And sometimes I keep on going back to them. But if you really want to kill time in an effective way and understand something about the cabin crew job in a funny way, and before asking me where can I get the book, I think it's the 21st century. And if my mom asks me this question, she's born in 1964, I'll tell her. But you're a young, normal person like me, and anyone else in this world, you know the author and the name of the book, Google it. I don't know. And then I said something like this to a person, and he said, okay, ma'am, I just asked you. It's like, now it's my fault to tell you why you don't just Google it. So please, all these books, you can Google them. Again, you are looking for ready to serve informations. And I don't believe that people grow when you serve them, or you give them the food and you teach them how to eat. I believe in telling to people how to prepare food and how to eat, and that's how they have progressed. Confessions of a Flight Attendant, and the book is called Around the World in Bad Mood. Believe it or not, I've read it 2 times because it's so funny. Renee Voss, the author of the book is Renee Voss. Don't even know her personally. She's been a cabin crew or flight attendant for an American airline. Not all the things that she wrote here are same as the Middle Eastern Airlines, let's make things clear, but that's the book definitely that will keep you engaged from the first until the last page. So let's go to Around the World in Bad Mood. After you've researched about the airline you wanna fly for. An enhanced knowledge or a knowledge is of course Breakthrough. Whoever read Breakthrough have texted me that you guys are all amazed, and it's another level. It's the book that will get you any job. You're communicating with employers, you're communicating with managers, you're currently employed. Now, something important to all of us is how to write effective letters, memos, and emails. The author of this book is a PhD, or this brochure book is a PhD. So his name is Arthur H. Bell, and this is the 3rd edition. It's called Writing Effective Letters, Memos, and Emails. And I've recommended it so many times. Here it is, staying in this live session or in this IGTV. Google it, get it, and it's not expensive. I've got it for around 20 euros, but it was long ago, and gives you an idea of how to communicate with the management and stuff like that. You have to do some presentation, how to personally present yourself to your future employer. You're going for any sort of interview. You have something to present about yourself, about your work. Presenting, structuring, rehearsing, and making an impact. How to make an impact. Write this down, screenshot it, look for this brochure. essential managers, and you are, or gonna be an onboard manager. Just make sure you start thinking like that. This is a step-by-step, ask yourself features to make a positive impact with your presentation. This book is gonna tell you how to make a positive impact with your presentation. And there are so many things. It's very interesting inside. I'm just skipping through it. It's showing how many minutes you're supposed to talk. How many, in order not to be boring. It's so small, yet it will help you grow. Something that I want to share also. Cabin crew consultants wannabes, okay, are rushing and running to get viewers and to be popular on YouTube, making videos ridiculous about their job. What do we do as a cabin crew? How you call this one? The bunk where we sleep, ridiculous. And you're trying to learn about the safety procedures by viewing those ridiculous videos. According to me, that's not the cabin crew safety, or the safety in the aviation, or the safety management in aviation. This book by Professor Thomas Bierman. He's also the coordinator for the Master Studies where I am at the Wildau Institute of Applied Science. Safety management in aviation and beyond. Most of the famous air crash that has happened actually have been analyzed, and aviation has been presented and its safety components in this book. That's how you're also going to make your vocabulary rich. If you stay away from those YouTube videos created by cabin crew consultants wannabes, and you read this, you might get a chance to... Not you might gonna get a chance, you're definitely gonna be someone who's outstanding. Religions of the World. I don't think you're gonna find it. It's from 1974. I've shared it. A passenger gifted to me. You've had different books that are representing to you the religions of the world, and it doesn't have to be this book, but there are many books that will represent to you the different religions of the world. I'm a Christian Orthodox, but I know about a lot of religions based on my research, my reading, my studying, and working with people. So if you're a Muslim, texting to me whether Qatar Airways will ask, why Qatar Airways will ask you to serve alcohol and stuff like that, and you have no idea about the other religions, then you have to progress a bit and get out from that area where you are in, because you need to know that Qatar Airways or Emirates Airlines are not asking you to consume the alcohol, they're asking you to serve it. If you're ready to serve it, go ahead and apply. And if you're not ready to serve it, then sit down at home and, you know, be in your comfort zone. But if you want to know about other religions and know how is it to work with other people and be culturally intelligent, then you might want to get a book about the different religions in the world and get an insight of how do other people think, what are the other people's beliefs, respect them, and save yourself from a lot of troubles in the future when you will be trying to enhance your beliefs, maybe. This is going to hurt. Still haven't read it. But it's a book that comes from somebody who has been in the medical field. It's an inspirational story. I'm looking forward to read this book. It's written from a gentleman who has been a doctor for a short period of time. Now he's not anymore, and he's giving... And it's also an entertaining book. This is going to heard from Adam Kay. Here it is. If you're somebody who's into the other departments of the aviation, you might want to get something about aviation management and, let's say, aviation maintenance management. It's a copy, I should not be saying it, but just find any book about the maintenance and get books about aviation that are field of interest for you, whether in the engineering field, whether leadership role, whether about flying, piloting, whatsoever. It's so important to know and to analyze where do you see yourself in future. It's absolutely perfect, fine if you see yourself in future in the cabin crew role, but you need to understand that the cabin crew role has a lot of progress and possibilities to grow within. You started from, and there is a cabin crew consultant out there. She made a good video telling to you about the different cabin crew or different levels of positions in Qatar Airways. It's really important, and the recruiters will be looking in this segment. How is your motivation to stay within the airline? If you have a clear picture, you know a lot about the safety, you know a lot about cabin crew maintenance, or about the aviation maintenance, you're someone who's really extremely culturally intelligent, emotionally intelligent, there'll be no discussion whether you will be joining the team or not. To the current laid-off cabin crew, all I have to tell you is please have a look on the third video. When will airlines start hiring again? Because I don't want to sound like a tape who's repeating whatever Nidhi has said, because she speaks just the way I think, and I have never in my life been connected with someone as much as I am with her. We don't have to talk to each other within days. We can talk to each other after 2 weeks, and we still are. We have kind of same mindset about all the things. So, to the laid-off crew, go on YouTube and write when airlines will start recruiting. Not the first, not the second. You won't hear anything that will wow you. I promise you that. The third video will tell you, to the laid-off cabin crew, what you guys should be aware and to be careful of. Because there are things the laid-off cabin crew should be aware and should be careful of. Because the more time passes and you are away from the airline, far away from eyes, far away from heart. Do you know that? Yes, you do. It's the same with the job. You're not so engaged with the airline because you're getting far away from it. You're slowly forgetting your safety procedures, service procedures, a lot of standards. You've certainly forgotten your drills by now. Maybe, or as Nikki said, most probably you will have a sort of interview. They need to know whether you are still on the top level. And I've shared with you some couple of literature out there. Nevertheless, you don't have to take Dr. Bierman and to order Safety Management in Aviation and Beyond, but you can order any other book that perhaps has good reviews, has impressed you, because if you just Google these books, you will get a lot of, that's the beauty of Google, you will get a lot of topics. Most of you, or many, not most of you, I used the wrong expression, I'm so sorry, but I get comments like, I'm sorry, I don't have funds, I can't afford it. What can I do in this case if you cannot afford a book to buy it? Get a job. That is why I always emphasize, guys, I also got a job. I also work. Do you think that I was able to afford, I don't know, Herbalife products for 300 euros every month? Do you think that I was able to afford cosmetics and creams that I share on my personal account? No, I wasn't able to afford them. Then I started working and I started affording myself things. I can't text other people out there beyond their, or text them, oh, it's so nice, your cream is so nice, but I cannot afford it. If I cannot afford it, that's an alarm for me to actually think about it. What can I do in this moment to afford it? And now I'm gonna enable the comments because I want to hear you. Okay? It's not gonna be only time that I only talk. And for those of you who stayed from the beginning until now to this live session, that we talked a lot when the airlines or when the aviation will start recruiting back again. I want to say thank you for those of you who thought that this is boring and you left it. Also thank you. What can I say? If you had to go to work, you had different reasons to leave this live session and this IGTV video, you certainly can go back at your comfort whenever you are free. And any questions before I leave and before I tell you bye-bye, because I have to keep on researching my CV preparation course that I prepare for you on my YouTube channel. As I have shared with you, I'm preparing a video in which you're going to be required to sit down behind your computer and you're going to write your CV together with myself. I'm going to be telling you how, I'm going to be telling you what to put first, and the duration of the video will be the time that you need to prepare your CV, and that CV will secure you a job, not only in the aviation industry and beyond. If there's no questions, I'll just then dismiss myself, as we would say. By the way, tonight at 2100, 9 o'clock, now it's 1700, I will be live on my personal account. This is off the record, and if I'll get messages most probably from my candidates or from my people that you are my people. Guys, for those of you engaged with me on Next Crew, I tend to use the word, and if it disturbs you, I'm very sorry, but I always say you're my people. If my people tell me I'm sorry, ma'am, speaking English, I would just say today I took the time to be live and talk to you in Macedonian, because I don't think whatever I speak in my personal account is a concern for you, and I don't want to bother you. Over there, it's a joke and it's a fun thing. So I always say, please allow me to enjoy. I'm born in Macedonia, so I obviously have friends and I obviously have people I interact with on my mother language, and I don't think it's nice and it's kind to tell to someone, please don't use your mother language or speak in English, while I've created Excru for this purposes, to anticipate your needs, to tell you, to coach you, to guide you. So we have a platform where we are engaged over here. So over there, a private vent out or a private fun time is much of a needed, no? So we've got some comments and I'll be happy to read. Thank you so much. And I used to work but can't give too much time for myself because I have to support my family, so I'm not able to give time on my dream job study. Well, yeah, this is also a component that I forgot to mention, and I understand it. Aviation Twins, thanks so much for sharing. Openness, very well understood. Yeah, pleasure is all mine. So going back, I'll just say a couple of words about the CV preparation course, because it's a struggle for all of us. COVID-19 has given different standards, has set up different standards to, you can't show up on the next open day with the same CV. There are things you should be careful of. Therefore, I'm gonna dismiss my video from this video because I really have to sit down and I really have to research and I really have to study. We have a subject at the university which is called job application, and I do my research based on the literature that I have over there, what a professor has shared with us, and I'm sharing with you facts. Last but not least, I want to tell you thank you for being in this IGTV, part of this IGTV, and I can't wait to see you soon. Let me see what is written over here, sorry. Thank you so much for being so open and honest. Always see as the future CEO. Thank you. Hello, hi. Any idea for Qatar Airways hiring? Wow, guys, see, from the beginning we talk about it and then we go to the last question. Bobby, can you start watching this video from the very beginning? Because the answer to your question is in this video, but you just have to start watching it from the beginning and you will get your answer to your question. Yeah, everyone will be laughing like crazy for sure. For those of you who are from the beginning until the end, now you will be once again, happy birthday to her. Thank you so much. We had a birthday party yesterday, a small birthday party. It was great. We had fun. Thanks a lot. Meantime, stay tuned. Be subscribed on my YouTube channel. Okay, so this is something that I want to say because I'm promoting myself. I don't have a marketing agency doing that for me. And before I leave, I want to share also this with you. I got an offer from a software company. I may say it's a software company, but it's someone who works with softwares. And I got an offer to convert my knowledge or to put my knowledge into something called a platform for learning, in which you guys are going to come in and you're going to be engaged, and I will have courses designed for you. And I had to deny that offer to that gentleman, to the software gentleman, software engineer, because I simply don't have time for that. I have to ensure I'm a master in aviation management, and then what I also want for myself is to have this 3 letters, which are PhD. I want to see myself here, and if I dedicate myself to that offer, I might get away from my dreams and my goals. My goal is to be a PhD in leadership and management in the cabin crew field, and my goal is one day to stand in front of Instagram, Facebook, whatsoever network with a hard copy like this, exactly the big one like this. This is gonna be a life-changing experience in terms of job opportunities, in terms of knowledge, in terms of everything to my cabin crew. I can't do that for the pilots. I'm so sorry. The pilots will be very welcome to read it and to whatever I will dedicate the research and the PhD and the whatsoever. But the cabin crew will always be the ones who will be here. You will always be here. It's where I'm coming from. I started climbing the stairs of an aircraft from the very backside of the aircraft. I have started as a cabin crew in economy class. Pushing cards, pulling compartments, breaking seals, giving counts to my CS, being responsible for my service zone, then I moved a bit forward and I still lift compartments, but I worked more with my hands, because in the business class and in the first class we did service with hands. We served by hand coffee to the passengers, something that in economy was not a standard, because in economy you can't serve, that time, I don't know now, a coffee with the hands, always has to be on the tray and stuff like that. Then I went back to economy and I started delegating duties and telling to people, you do this, you do that. Please, have you closed the bars? I will double check how many special meals. And then I moved to the very forward, sitting behind the pilots or sitting behind the captain and delegating duties to the entire set of cabin crew, being responsible whatever happens once the last door of the aircraft closes. Obviously, before the last door of the aircraft closes, the flight deck door is very well locked and secured. I close the last door, and until that door opens at the destination where I'm landing, all the problems are mine. I'm dealing with them. My cabin crew are also my problems, and everything that happens with them is my problem. And I think that in the 5 years of leadership role, I have learned a lot, and it helped me where I am now. It motivated me to go where I'm planning to go. That's why the 3 letters, the PhD letters, and the hard copy that I've showed it to you, it's gonna be for the cabin crew, because I don't see anyone else to work for except the people that have brought me to where I am. So a bit of a picturing and a lot of emotions of what I said. I'm so sorry. I went to see Anna. She's playing. How do you know airlines? How to know airlines are hiring? Oh, we're big community. Definitely we are. Julia, you are aware of your influence and our power. That's a good thing to have. Absolutely. The cake looked stunning. You are absolutely amazing in everything you do. Did I do a stunning cake? Oh my god, thanks. How to know airlines are hiring. Start watching the video from the beginning. I really want to see Anna. She's playing. Thank you. Yes, ma'am, you can. Did you wash the passengers with juice? Oh yeah, I spilled the juice on a passenger one time. Do you report cabin crew for their mistakes? This video will not be about reporting. We'll talk another time about reporting. Yes, when you should report, you should report. And yeah, in another video. Why you want to know everything now? Let's engage in another video. Guys, I'm going to study your CV preparation, okay? Or our CV preparation, because it's including me as well. That's what I'm gonna prepare, research, learn. It's damn right applicable to me as well. So I'm gonna be seeing you very soon. I want to send you all a big, strong hug. Okay, so it's a big, strong hug. Stay safe, stay strong. Before that, stay healthy, eat healthy, stay happy, engage with people that make you feel good, read things that will make you progress, watch movies, videos, whatever that make you feel good. Try to stay happy. It's a challenging period that it's not an easy thing. Staying happy, it's not easy now. Then we go to stay knowledgeable. We've got the books over here. Stay knowledgeable. Stay knowledgeable, please. And with everything that I have said, with a strong heart, stay strong. Because unless you cope with the 4 components, healthy, happy, knowledgeable, and strong, we're looking at not so great success when the airlines will start hiring back again for whatever work position that's going to be in. I hope that I hope that I've went beyond what was expected in this video. Now it's my time to be a mom a little bit. Besides being a cabin crew consultant, it's my time to be a mom a little bit, and then to study a bit, and then of course at night I also deserve to have fun and enjoy in a live session speaking Macedonian language. Honestly, sometimes I do forget it, but now since I've been engaged more on my personal account, I'm really happy to speak in my mother language, Macedonian. Marhaba. Then bye bye, love you, we love you, hug you, schönen guten Abend. I love you and love your energy. Thank you for the good vibe, Julia vibes. Yeah, hello. That's it. Bye bye. Thank you for the lovely comments as always. My people are my pride. Bye bye.